third eye ascension. It sounds like this is too far ahead for me to think about. You know, I am in the here right now. I don't know how to deal with that toe I just stubbed right now. I have these financial insecurities. I don't, you know, will I get married? Will I get divorced? When am I going to have a baby? Am I going to have a good neighborhood? Will I get that flat that I want to? All these questions, if any of you feel that I am just here right now, what is this ascension? You know, ascension is very far away. Ascension has something to do with the fourth stage of life called sannyas and everything. No, correct me, right, Deepak? It has nothing to do with that. Your here and now is affected and is definitely helped by something as big sounding as third eye ascension. And Deepak, you're here to simplify and demystify this for us, right?
Yeah. Yes. In fact, as you said, you know, if you really look at it, it's not that we don't get answers. We get answers, but we remain in denial. For example, I'll just share with you, I lost my mother at a very tender age of 14, 15 years. I lost my father when I was just 29. So I didn't have one of the most comfortable lives for sure. In fact, after 10th, I started earning for myself. So that's a part. I'm not trying to get into my victim mode. Sorry, in fact, that made me what I am today. So I'm happy with the life which I'm having. Yes, there have been cases where I was on the verge of addiction. Believe me when I'm saying that. Right. So when I smoking, drinking, and that too, people used to call me, unfortunately, the wrong term, tanker, which means I used to drink like crazy. So those were not very good terms. So I was maybe, enjoying the, I don't know, maybe enjoying the limelight or whatever, enjoying my freedom, so-called, because I didn't have a mother. So, so maybe those, misunderstood, misconceptualized or whatever you call it. I remember I was a very good bike rider and I used to be proud of that fact. So I remember one fine day, I was just passing through a Hanuman temple and I fell down and there was nothing for making me fall down there. So I didn't understand that for a moment. The moment I looked up, there was Hanumanji in the temple. And I don't know why, I just had a feeling that he's smiling at me at that time. So I just delved on it. So then I got the message. What are you doing with your life? Why are you getting into a wrong channel? You have a different soul path. Why are you getting into this? So somewhere it was there with me. The intuition was there with me, but I was kind of, okay, just drowning it in my whatever, sorrow, worry, or maybe, happiness or whatever. So likewise, I'm sure a lot of people get a lot of information like this. So it's not that the people will say that, no, my intuition is bad or whatever. Intuition is there, but kind of focus which we put on that, awareness which we put on that is missing. That is the only thing. In this process, in this class, in the Third Eye Ascension course, we make you aware of your own inner powers. In fact, the channel or the group is known as Powerful Beings, where all Third Eye Ascension people currently are there on the same group. We are on the same group. So we keep having these joint meetings. So it is our inner powers. Please don't be under any myth. So like we pay lakhs of rupees to consultants for their expertise. But believe me, whatever I am telling you, whatever any consultant or any counselor will tell you, it will have their fears in that. So each person has a unique life path and your intuition is with that intention to give you a guidance. Problem is, we look at other people's opinions and beliefs and then follow them. So there has been a particular case where a lady who came to me, she was completely lost in life. Maybe she had attempted even suicide 2 to 3 times. So it was like life, game over. And what was the age? 32. I said, fantastic. 32, game over. What do you mean by that? So it is just that she was not living her life. She was living everybody else's life. Because aapko 8 baje bahar nahi jana hai, whatever, those were the restrictions of the family or whatever. She was getting her own inferences, but no, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do that. So listening to too many people's opinions and beliefs. Currently, after that, in fact, she learned this about 2 years back, and she's got 2-3 promotions. Unfortunately, today she is traveling to Malaysia on a conference. Otherwise, she would have been a part of this.
Right.
She would have been a part of this class.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that's how there has been a person who came out of IIT, and he was a gold medalist. Even that person is currently traveling. So he came to me where he became a junior engineer. For 8 years, he worked as junior engineer. Imagine an IIT gold medalist. And I said, "What are you doing there, man?" And he was getting peanuts as salary. So when I checked his, when he got attuned to this, so he started realizing his own powers, and his own fears started evaporating into air.
Right.
And
where
today,
is he at now?
Today, he is a general manager in a Kolkata company. In fact, so he, in fact, keeps messaging me in between once in a while. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. In fact, we have a engineer amongst us here also, Somali, and she's actually written in asking 2 questions. She's asked, channeling means automatic writing?
Yes and no.
Not yes and no, right.
So, see, basically what happens is that somewhere, I think my fears, which was because of the black magic experience, I wanted to go towards known energies. So that was at the back of all the programs, all the things which have come to me also. See, the masters also listen to you. So if you really look at it, the Third Eye Ascension course, you meet your spirit guide. You have a fraternity of spirit guides. I will not get too much of detail into that, but your spirit guide basically is your, something like your guardian angel, you call it, or whatever you call it. So there is a spirit guide who you meet during this class. So there is a process of meeting them. So what I'm trying to say is that I have basically got that we go to known energies. Auto writing, I'm not very sure on this, but I'm sure a lot of people who I've heard to, they basically can I'm not very sure on that, so I cannot debate on that. But yes, I think more or less similar. Yes, at the same time, the channeling is predominantly for any issue that you are facing. For example, I'll just share with you this thing about creating shield around me. That was maybe 10, 11 years back when I had that black magic experience. So that was answered to me 5 years down the line when MEPA came into my life. Because there is also some 10 commands which are used, out of which 1, 2, 4, we say that 1, 2, 4. So 1, 2, and 4 commands are something where you have to say daily basis to shield yourself. So in this, I have ensured there is a lot of good shielding which you have got.
Right.
So I'm sorry, again, it's not me. The masters have just worked on my advice and they liked it. And in fact, so somewhere when MEPA came into my life, Mahatar Babaji came into my life. So Mahatar Babaji came into my life and said one thing, that you're a solution-oriented healer. So I do not do forecast. In fact, after that incident, I have stopped even charging for doing readings. I said that I'm not interested in charging anything for reading. I only want to give you solution where, the energy exchange would be there. So that was, anyway, sorry.